and welcome back to the channel. This is for January 16th. Happy belated birthday, Capricorns, or anyone who's watching with intention. But this is a reading for what is in store for 2020. Take what resonates. Let me know if I was accurate. You can always check back. Since January is past, you can apply this to the January that is past and let me know if that was pretty accurate. Or you can apply it to 2021. Time really is irrelevant. It's really more about your intention and what you're watching this for. So if you were watching it for 2020 specifically, which is my intention, then like I said, you can apply it to the months past. But this is what is in store for Capricorn or anyone that is just watching. You can be a cross watcher or you can just be watching just to see. It doesn't even have to be on the particular day in 2020. It could be at any time as it applies to you. So in this very moment that you watch it, on the very day, it could be 100 years from now. Take it as it applies to you, okay? But I will be doing a one-card draw for each month of the year. And since this is the year 2020, this is the one we're applying it to. And then I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. The tarot cards I'm using, I actually don't know who they're by or anything. They were a deck purchased off of Etsy by a friend for me. All I know is that they sort of have pictures of Hello Kitty type characters. So I call it my Hello Kitty deck, but I don't actually know what it's called or the artist or anything. I don't actually know if Sanrio made this deck, if there was a book with it, because I didn't receive a book with it. But here we go. For January, I'm sorry, 16th. I think I said 15th. I hope I said January 16th. But there's January. Let's see what January is. January is the Five of Cups. So he's sort of having a temper tantrum because three of his cups have fallen over and it's raining. Nothing is going to plan and it's just chaos. He should just pack up and go home, but he's having a temper tantrum because of the loss of his 3 cups. But in the background, he has 2 cups that are full. And he has a choice to go home, right? So some sort of change in weather has happened. A loss has occurred in January. In February, you have the Devil card, which could be meaning a little bit of overindulgence. So be careful in February that you're not overindulging. Let's get a card for March. I'm not taking those cards that fall out because they were just too many. One card for March. So let's give it another go. February. I'm sorry, March. Why am I saying February? I just said February. Ooh, everything wants to fall out, I swear. Crazy. Okay, I'm going to give this a little bit of a shuffle. Clear the deck because I want March is my intention. So March. Alright. 2 cards fell off, so we'll take those. Oh my goodness, see what I mean? Okay, this one fell out first. Give me one sec here. February, March, April, May. We'll do June, July, August. It's like this just wants to talk. All these cards keep falling out. Okay. Better than not coming out, I guess. Okay. All right. So, March, you have been building a wall and getting hurt. This guy's a little bruised and battered from building his fence, but he's definitely on the defense trying to protect something in March. In April, you have the Ace of Pentacles, so money coming in, maybe inheritance, maybe a new job, career. May, you have the King of Swords, so someone with their truth to speak, or this could be you. This could be if you're a woman, it could be a man coming through. It's talking about his own heart or communication. I see butterflies, so for me that says transformation. So this will transform you, this message, this truth. He doesn't look so happy, does he? He's not one to give you any BS, though. He's not very emotional. He's very logical. In June, it's saying that you need to take a chance on something. So, it's a very happy card, though. The Fool's kind of, you know, like, la, 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 la. Oops. Didn't know there was a cliff there, but I'm going to jump anyways. Risk taker, perhaps. July, again, you have the Ace of Swords. So, again, a message coming through. And quite quickly, in fact, because you have the Knight of Wands, which is a pretty fast card. That's in September, so this truth could be coming in pretty quickly, as could this person. This could be having to do with love. It's not cups, but it's fire, which can be passionate energy. It can also be like an awakening of some sort. The Six of Swords. I believe this is like moving out of chaos into calmer waters. Let me just check myself. Yes. So it could be a journey by water. And it could just mean like moving away from a situation. That's a calmer situation. Two of these people don't look very happy. One does. So we'll get some clarification on that. Again, the Eight of Swords has popped up. So this could mean some sort of temporary setback or chaos. Nothing that you can't find your way out of. November, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So you have been feverishly working on your money situation. In December, you have the end of something. We will find clarification for what that something could be right now. Using the Queen of the Moon Oracle cards, which is honestly one of my favorite decks to use for clarification. Okay, one more shuffle. Alright, so clarification for January. What are you having a tantrum and crying about loss for? What have you lost? And why can't you just go home with your 2 cups and pack it up? Okay, so I'm seeing trust here. And so you've had a loss of trust, it looks like. And you're not happy about it. Yeah, I could definitely understand that. So you're upset that you had some sort of loss of trust for someone, as the cups signify love. So someone that you loved, you can't trust them. And that sucks, right? So that was in January. In February, you have the Devil, which it's kind of funny because you have the hot moon extremes, and this person who is very hot, drinking water. It looks like they were like reading a book, but they're sweating. But there's this hand here, and you don't know if it's actually someone kissing this person, kind of distracting them from maybe what they need to do to read or research or study or work. So they're in flames. There's some extreme passion going on in February, distracting you from your reading. It's kind of funny. Alright. The hot moon. We'll have to take a look at that card. It's interesting. Actually, let's do that now. What does the hot moon have to say for ourselves? And the first one was the egg moon, by the way. So you go from the egg moon to the hot moon. So this says, learn how to handle crisis with calm and resilience. Seeking balance is superior to seeking extremes. There are better ways to handle conflict than rage and outrage. There may be someone who seeks to disrupt your business or life in some way, and this too shall pass. Most of us have experienced extremes of weather, boiling hot days, or the freezing of snow and ice. You certainly know you are alive because the sensation can be so overwhelming or stressful on the body. The hot moon appeared in the hottest time of the year, where the days are longest and the rains less frequent. Similarly, we can experience extremes in life: death, job losses, relationship breakdowns, true fears, big conflicts, booms and busts, and yet this is life. Our situation can change quickly, for better or for worse. The hot moon challenged us to balance and build our resilience and reserves of wisdom and calm for those times where things are at their extreme. It reminds us that developing grace under pressure is worth its weight in gold, and that even these extremes in time will pass. Your companion stone or metal is sunstone, so if you need to carry a stone with you in the month of February, the sunstone would be it. So let's get a card for March now. Why are you building up your defenses and getting hurt? Or was it you were getting hurt, so you built up your defenses, right? You're not feeling vulnerable. You are feeling defensive towards something in March. and you are building up your walls around you. And you might be smacking your own self in the head in the process, which means, you know, you could be hurting yourself by building these walls around you, even though maybe you want to be vulnerable. It's like you're not trusting, right? In January, you lost trust. So you're building up your walls now in March. Maybe in February, you were angry about what happened in January. So in March, you're just going to like, okay, I'm just going to build up my walls. Your oracle card says power. Full moon, releasing. So releasing that the only thing you can do is build up your defenses, really? That's your power? Let's take a look. Step into your true power, Capricorn. Shine brightly. Do not hide who and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to large possibilities. Big magic can be wrought. I have power. It is real. You can say as your affirmation. Go outside on a clear night and look up. Hopefully you'll see the stars a-twinkling. If you are really lucky, you might see the swirling Milky Way spilling across the darkness. And then there she is, the big full moon, unmistakably in her glory and power. Which I think is funny. They're talking about a feminism of the moon when usually they say the man in the moon, not the woman in the moon, right? So, let's see. She moves the earth itself, stabilizes it into orbit. She releases and pulls the seas. She is the object of devotion, the inspiration of poems, the realm of goddesses, and she has witnessed the very first of us rise up on two legs and venerate her. Generation after generation, we have stood barefoot under the same moon, wishing, setting intentions, dancing and drawing her graceful power. You are made of the very swirling matter that is the stuff of stars. You are pure possibility, changing constantly, renewing and transforming. Take this moment to recognize the power and rejoice in it, for your next step is the precursor for your future self. Your companion stone in March or metal would be moonstone, which is a beautiful stone. I love moonstone. So, I don't know. I still think it's as I say for this reading, that you're finding your power in building up your walls, which could be hurting yourself, or it could be the opposite. Because you got hurt, you are building your walls. But regardless, you are building your defenses and you're feeling your power in that in March. So be as it may. Let's carry on and find your oracle card in April to go along with your Ace of Pentacles, which is a very happy card. It is financial messages coming through. It could be a promotion, a career change, maybe starting a new business, maybe just good investments coming through, but most likely having to do with money and stability. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Coin, in other words. I like how they put the pentacle, the coin, as like the sun, so you know this is a happy card. If you can see that, it's like happy sunny money day. Kind of brings the song Happy Days, which is like an old TV show, so some of you may not be familiar with that, but if you've ever, sorry, that card didn't actually fall out, it just slipped out of my hand. It went some like Monday, Tuesday, happy days, Wednesday, Thursday, happy days, and it went like that, so you can look it up. Had the Fonz in there. Fonzarelli. Alright, so peace for Ace of Pentacles. See if we can get a few more here so we can finish this reading. But I mean, that kind of goes with the Ace of Pentacles, that, I mean, who wouldn't get peace with financial opportunity and stability coming through, right? That would give me peace. I would think that would give anyone peace, unless you feel like more money, more problems, which could be the case too sometimes, but peace of mind knowing that you have money or that opportunity at hand come through. Okay, boundaries with King of Swords. So if you are the King of Swords, maybe you're going to speak your truth and set up some boundaries. If it's somebody else, they could be setting boundaries with you. And that is in May. For the Fool card, you have nourishment. So, you know, sometimes we need to take risks in our own lives to nourish ourselves. Maybe you're taking a leap of faith in your health to change your dietary needs, to choose to eat more nourishing foods. In July, you have the Oracle card of Fear, which came along with the Ace of Swords. So maybe you're going to come to terms with yourself about your fears in life and overcome them is what I see. Because anytime you acknowledge the truth of your fears, it's like you're not turning a blind eye to them anymore. You want to recognize what it is that you fear. Just to show you this card. So it looks like a very dark card, but within, it's like there is this light and kind of this morning, and like you're letting go of all the fear, right? The bird's out of the cage, it's flying. Crows can signify death impending, but this is like inside you have this ray of light of hope in releasing all this doom and speaking your truth to yourself or someone else, that you have nothing to really fear at all. In August, you have the card of the Golden Corn Moon of Patience. So in growing corn, it would take a patient person to yield something that you've planted, and there's this path with the red balloon. It reminds me of the movie It. So this was correspondent with the King of Wands. So if you're looking for love, that, you know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to be patient for this coming in, but this is coming in pretty swiftly too. Okay, so that's August, that you have that love coming through, but it's swiftly coming. With the Six of Swords, you have protection. Again, I've noticed throughout this reading too, you see it in 1st January here with trust, right? And then you see it with boundaries. Like you're this person in this egg or circle. And then you see it with fear. And now you see it with protection. So a lot of trust and fear and boundaries, right? So going away from situations, perhaps, where you have to feel like you protect yourself, or just knowing that in situations you are protected with the divine. Let's read the card on that one. It's number 24, 2 and 4, 6 if you're into numerology. And your higher power, however you describe this, is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself. So a mantra you could use in the month of September is, I am loved and protected. As the lunar cycle comes to the last set of crescents, in the case the waning ones, we know that the dark moon is close, and so is the fresh start of the beautiful new moon. The new moon is when we always set our intentions, right? We manifest things because at the new moon, it is the most powerful to do so versus the full moon when we release those intentions and let go. So here's our chance to let go of our resistance, surrender, and let go. To do with confidence that which we feel we need some support from the universe or whatever we believe our higher power to be. That support can take form of feeling protected from whatever might happen and helping to get the courage to release what needs to go. Witches and other pagan practitioners who use the lunar and seasonal energies are often asked to assist people with spells, techniques, and even talisman of protection. These darker moons and the dark moon itself provide a great time to create and cast for this purpose. An easy way is to plug into the earth, raise that benevolent and loving energy, and turn to the four directions, asking each direction to shield and protect you in your endeavors. Then finally connect with the moon herself, with you as a confident in the middle, brimming full of power and confidence. Trust in yourself to do what you need to do. Your companion stone or metal, and this time is black tourmaline. So an oracle card for October now. Is self-love. I see the number 6 pretty present in this reading too, as well as seven. Yeah. 6s and 7s, and a little bit of 5s too. So you can look up what that means if you need to. So we're looking for clarification on November with the 7 of Pentacles, and then the Death card. What are you working so feverishly on in November? Your finances, right? And it's kind of like a gray, cloudy day, so it's not a very happy time. You might be a little worried about your finances, is what I'm saying. Your finances look pretty abundant too. It's not dead. Everything's green, which could mean you're putting your heart and sweat and tears into this, or maybe even overworking in November. Okay, so you got the Path. And December for the Death card. What is ending? And everyone's running away from death. In the distance of the Death card, I do see Twin Towers again with the Sun. So it's like the ending of a situation, but yet there's a new day, a new dawning with the Sun. With those 2 towers could signify your soulmates. So perhaps a relationship will be ending in which the beginning of a new relationship where you actually find true love in December. So, you know, everyone's like, oh, death. That doesn't necessarily mean actual physical death. It could mean the death of a situation with the beginning of a new thing starting, new relationship, or it could be a death of a career. But, you know, again, you'll have a beginning. So, okay, you have resilience, which is a good one. Okay, let's look up the path, because that's interesting. The path says, the way is open for you. The path is illuminated. Begin the journey now. Respond and take action. We must be courageous and move forward. Your mantra could be, I am open and responsive to the opening of the way. When we accept where we are, acknowledge what needs to change to grow, and begin to love ourselves more completely, the direction of our lives begins to change. We often decide we want to follow a more authentic way for ourselves, and our desires become more aligned with the needs, wants, and values of our true selves. Imagine we're lost in a dark forest and can hardly see. There's no visible path, and every way looks exactly the same. We feel burdened by shadows and are not sure we should even move because we are so paralyzed by fear and uncertainty. Then the sunshine somehow breaks through the clouds and leaf canopy, and there ahead is a path, illuminated in golden light. It is clear now, the direction we should head. The path is not only visible, but it is inviting us forward, and so instead of just standing there, we can't wait to step on it and move forward. The path is lit, and now it is time to walk upon it. Your companion stone or metal is pyrite. And the month before, you had the Eight of Swords, which could be a temporary situation of which you feel kind of blinded and bound, but with self-love, you can overcome and I think take off that blindness and bindings. The path, I think it speaks of, you know, financially, the financial path, that sometimes if you are worried about your finances, that, you know, there always is a light at the end of the tunnel. You can climb out of that, or if you're working too hard, you can find a path out of working too hard, towards better times if you are having some financial difficulty. But this looks pretty abundant financially. Just to me, looks like you're feverishly working, maybe working too much and need some balance. And then the Death card speaks of resilience. So this person has a burden upon their back, almost like they're transporting something with roots that would grow, and maybe you've been carrying this burden on your back for a long time, so it's just time to put it down and walk towards a happier time. Let something new grow, and let whatever this is that was old, just let it go. Let it plant itself, and if it's meant to be, it'll be, right? But go plant something new. That's what I'm saying. Hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.